In my last ULTRAMAX Mini video, I introduced you to the machine and a few of the accessories that come with it. Hi, I'm Melissa Muir, and in this video I want to go a little deeper into the accessories and holders that can be used with this amazing ultrasonic polishing machine. Now, while this machine is primarily used in the tool industry, it is an incredible asset in the jewelry industry, operating at unbelievable speeds of 22,000 strokes per second and very short strokes of about 3 to 40 microns. This machine makes very fast work of removing row lines from casting imperfections, scratches, pitting, and more. The ULTRAMAX Mini comes with 4 tool holders, 2 round, which hold either 2mm or 3mm accessories, and 2 flat, which will hold 1mm and 3mm accessories. And you have the option to purchase others for the 1/8 inch, 2mm, and 0.5mm accessories. In my studio, there are 3 main types of accessories I use: the ceramic file, both in round and flat, special diamond files, and finally my favorite, the highly polished carbide tips. First, let's talk about the ceramic files. These are strong yet incredibly flexible. They are made with long ceramic fibers that are going to be resistant to breaking, even under quite strenuous conditions. I really like these because they are non-loading and I can shape them to fit whatever application I need. And they typically keep the shape I give them and are long wearing. Gesswein offers these stones in grits from 80 to 3,000 in both round and flat profiles. Round stones come in either 50 or 100mm lengths and 3mm, 3.175mm, or 1/8 inch diameter. Rectangular stones have a wide variety of options, including lengths of 40, 50, and 100mm. Width measurements include 1/2, 1, 2, 4, 6, and 10mm wide, and even more thickness options including 0.5, 0.8, 0.9. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.35mm, and 3/32. Now this is going to ensure that you have just the right item for the job that you are working on. When it comes to working with the different ceramic files, one of the things that I find is that this thinner one has a lot more flexibility, and because of that I may not want this to be quite so long here. So I may actually choose to cut this one down a little bit more. I don't find that I have too much problem when I'm working with these thicker. So in this case, this is a 1mm, whereas this is only 0.5mm thick. Then I also want to be noting which grit they are. So this particular one, the little white one that I'm working with here, is 2000 grit, and this is going to be really good for getting kind of that pre-polish, whereas this blue one here is 800 grit. So still really good for getting close to that fine polish. It is very important that when you are reshaping the ceramic files that you take some safety precautions. It is best to work with some kind of a dust collection system. I'm not doing that here for the video just so that it makes it easier for you to see, but when I'm doing that here in my studio, I will work inside of a chamber that's going to pull all of these particulates away from my surfaces and especially from my eyes and my lungs. I want to keep these abrasive particles away from my tools as they can cause problems if they build up. Before I use one of these ceramic files, I need to make certain that I've got the grit from that ceramic file exposed. So right now it's pretty fine on this outside, and maybe I want to reshape it a little bit. But what I like to do is use one of these shaping stones and just kind of reshape or remove some of the outer layer on this. And not only can I hear the sound of this, but when I'm really looking, I can actually see the dust here that kind of comes off of this as I am working on reshaping this tool. I can also round my corners. And now I'm ready to use this. Now because this is 1200 grit, it's going to take me a little bit longer to remove some of these lines. However, I can still watch them just disappear. The ULTRAMAX Mini comes with 6 diamond machine files. Each of these files is 72mm long with a 3mm shank. The machine comes with 200 and 400 grit. When I need something a little more aggressive, then I will usually pull in the metal files. Again, I'm going to go with the finest grit on this right now, and I'll test that out, and usually that's all I need. However, if I need to go up in grittiness or you know, make it a little bit more aggressive, then I always have the option of switching to something that's a little bit more aggressive. When it comes to getting into really tight spots when I need a high polish, nothing beats this highly polished carbide tip. Now, one will come with your machine, and you can always buy some additional and reshape them. So here I have actually put a flat facet and have kind of reshaped the sides of this so that I can get into a few little tighter spots and then have a more broad stroke as I come in to polish. To reshape these, I use the Ceragloss wheels in my flex shaft, and I'll work all the way from the most aggressive to the finest polish to get that mirror shine on here. And once that mirror shine is on here and I come back in and touch my metal, it will burnish everything just beautifully. I find the carbide tip the most useful when I'm trying to work inside of a prong or crown, and then I can really get into all those tight little areas that are really difficult to get into with any other accessory. When it comes to sharpening either the carbide bits or even any of your ceramic stones, I like to use a variety of different items. Especially if I'm doing my carbide, I really like the Ceragloss type of wheels. They come in multiple grits, so I'll work my way through those from the coarse to the very fine, and that takes me up to a really high polish. If I need to do some reshaping, then in addition to the coarse one, if I really want to get something somewhere fast, I can use gray diamond wheels. When I want to resurface or reshape any of my ceramics, then I can use any of the shaping stones or the diamond hones. Those I find are going to work the best and most efficiently. In addition to this, I can also use a variety of files and sandpaper. Now, the two items we have for holding round accessories come in 2mm and 3mm. And in this case, my accessory was 2.35mm. So I needed to reshape this. And again, I found that just using a diamond wheel so that it would fit into the accessory holder. And to reshape the different points, again, I can either use a gray roughing wheel, the shaping stone, diamond hones, or any number of accessories. When we're working with the ceramic file, it has a nice smooth finish on the outside of that, and I want to work past that so that I can actually get into where we have the grit of our ceramic file. So always I'm going to have at least some prep work to do on the ceramic files. I do not have to take them only to a point. I can reshape these to whatever shape I need. Now, hopefully this helps you to have a more clear understanding of the accessories and how to get them to a shape that is going to work best for you. In the next video, I'm going to show you my process from start to finish of how to work with a ring, fresh from casting all the way through the final polish, and all of the different accessories that I'm going to use in that process. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave those in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them in the next videos. We'll see you then.